Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is Silksong. Now you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit more businesslike today. If I go a little faster, go a little harder. Chaos Zero Nightmare released yesterday, so since I went on break at work up until just a moment ago, I've been playing that, and I'm rather enjoying myself. So, last episode's question was, do we head right and investigate what's going on in here, or do we go left, which it appears that there are 3 other rooms, maybe. Screw it. All right. Dang it. Well. Well, we're not in a very good position here if this turns into what it looks like it's going to turn into. But was hoping to squeeze past him, but don't like that. Really? That is super frustrating. I'm not going to be wasting my tools on that fight either. I know I can kill them both without it, so why bother, right? Yeah. Shut up. I know I had a heal. There was no opening for using it there. So if the big guy jumps, I think I can dash under him, but all of the things that have to go right in order for that to be a valid option. Okay. How? For some reason, I thought that was a wall I could hang on to, jump off of, and then heal. Really? I've got no explanation for that. I was going to say excuse, but I don't offer excuses very often. Mother fricking. And you know, with all of my pondering as to why this thing is lagging now that I'm using a different modem, for all the pondering, the last one never did this. It might have a hiccup every once in a while, but it was ultimately a very good boy. I had problems elsewhere, but I can't really say whether or not it was... Motherfucker. Right. I had an opportunity there where I could have knocked the flying one into the steam, but I was just in the wrong spot. I needed to be on the other side of him. Well, that was annoying. Okay. Mother frick. Good Lord. I died way more times than I should have, considering we've almost literally been there, done that, in terms of being stuck in a room with a fat bug and a flying bug. Back off. What was in here? What? Oh, goodness. What do you mean it's under? How? What? Oh, something died. I was hoping there'd be something to hit in here, but You might have been able to see what I was going for there. It was obvious, would have been super effective, or at least it might have actually ended up bouncing it back into me and causing me damage that I didn't need it. So maybe it's best things didn't go my way that time. Right. Okay. One of those moth things up there. I think we might have had one shot at that by using the moth as a stepping stone. Or hey, a free one. I remember these. God, that's the best. So we don't have a map for this area. It might be somewhere new. That's not breaking. Yeah, that's a brand new area. Coral chambers. I don't trust it. Too many dead bodies around for them to just be window dressing. Also, I'm using the D-pad now. For the longest time, I've been using the analog stick, but dealing with that fight a little while ago. So I ended up switching back to using the D-pad. feels a lot better than I expected, considering how long I've been using the analog stick for. God, it's nice to have more than 0 shell shards. Not like 34 is all that much in the grand scheme of things, but it means progress. Machine displaying a model of the Citadel. I might not be able to get a map for a while, so we might have to do this. Yeah. Oh, it's the whole freaking thing. There was something to the left and up. I almost swapped back to the... Oh, that's why. I almost swapped back to the analog stick, is what I was going to say. So I know what the clashing does. It basically negates the damage of that hit, so long as you time it properly. I did it once during the fight with the big guy. Pretty freaking far from the bench. Crap. I don't remember how I had her voiced.
What's this? The little spider climbs so high, he'd stand a quiver at our startling citadel.
WeArEuS.
Pale child, you return only to mock? Neither you nor your land have proven my match. This sleeping citadel shall be no different. Spider dear, why must you remain so distressingly optimistic? The power that waits above, you cannot conceive. Her who would snuff that hope with barely a glance.
Da, Fenestra.
Fool child, you still think me blind to the form of your liege. Having come this far, this land's grandeur, the devotion of its bugs, and the curse that befalls them, the signs are clear.
WeArEuS.
Your kingdom is in the thrall of a creature beyond bug, one of higher caste. Whatever its desire for my silk and my shell, it shall find I am quite attached to both. Marvelous! So the spider knows something of fathomless beings, and Still, it hopes to stand against one, a god. Where do you hide this boundless strength you claim, Spider? I've watched your struggle towards us. Yours was a painful, broken track.
Look, I don't need you calling me out for having lost over and over again to Chav. I know, because I was there when it happened to me.
One needs grace to stand before the divine.
Vienta!
Then best you keep watching, child. I've found those who claim themselves a god can rarely match the title. And experience tells me even gods can fall.
I guess everything here is going to, yep, wake up now. Wait for that.
That other guy was tanky as frick, wasn't he?
Okay.
Great.
I don't know what that icon is. So, not my problem. You okay, buddy? Beads for the beads, God. Get out of here. I'm going to farm these two. Dang it. I don't know what those two were doing up there. That is about the most... I was going to call him stout, but honestly, the one we fought earlier, that guy was pretty ripped. Shut up. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and grab those. I don't know how. I don't fully understand it yet. Also, we are now at 184 beads, and you know how I like my beads. Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing. Where'd that? I guess was that just sitting there? I don't remember. Somehow I managed to avoid hitting that all this time. Anyway, somehow I think the dashing attack for this particular crest is... I think it's hitting multiple times, and I don't know how. I think maybe if I activate it close enough to them, it hits multiple times. Because I know I've used it before, especially like against the guy that we fought earlier. I know I keep referencing this little arena fight, but what else can I do? So when I fought him and I had the passive going, when I would use the uppercut, it would only spawn one orb. But there it spawned 3 like it usually does. It's not related to size. That's not a thing. Maybe it's some combination of being able to knock them back and the attack itself. Because being able to spawn 3 of those at a time is huge. It allows me to attack them in a way that keeps me relatively safe and gives me an exfiltration option that just feels really nice. I mean, being stuck in the air, even though I can dash, is not the greatest. And I know we still have to go back to Underworks because we have that place on the right. The problem with that, though, is that I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have a bellway to Underworks. So that is a problem. Actually, let me make sure I note that has to be explored. This was that. I don't remember this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark it with that. This was a door that was just locked, right? I don't know what this icon means. Where am I and why? What is this? Looks awful trap-like. But it's not, so... Listen, I already get to see upskirts on Hornet, so I'm not... Upskirt and in the shower? We're living large now. That's locked. Well, we have to follow it. Thankfully, this is right next to the bench, so even if this goes horribly awry, I will survive. As long as I know how to love. There's definitely something up there, right? No. I wonder if the steam counts as flame. Yep. That's upsetting. Hate that. DPS. The caress of this warm water on my
very limbs is welcome indeed. As soothing as a psalm. Will you splishy splash in the holy bath with me, Red Maiden? We can sing together to aid in our rejuvenation.
Stay on the other side. No, I'm not done quite yet. But soon. This opens up onto the bench. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so now we can go back and see what's up with that one area that I almost died trying to get to. Down is easier than up. Thankfully, it's really close by. What do you mean there's nothing up here? Stop laughing at my foolishness. And it restores silk. That is... wait. It's not what I wanted. So... you've still got this over here to take a look at. It's going to be a bit of a hassle. Took us to the steam bath, or it's about right. Not totally accurate, not totally inaccurate. There you go, buddy. Ah, this seems about right. I was using the analog stick, but I could have sworn I was holding back so I would dash away from them. Next. What the frick are you? Get away from that stuff. That's mine. Next. I find that mildly upsetting. We were doing well, too. One thing that's really annoying about gauntlets is that the further you get, the more boring it is if you end up having to repeat it. I underestimated just how far he would travel. We're almost there. I don't think for a second that was the last wave, but I think it might have been the next to last. And you know, having that hope helped me go. I didn't. Now that I think about it, I could test out if the steam is treated like flame, but it's fine. I mean, we won't see that stuff again, right? Right? I was sure that would not work from behind. And despite my frustration going into it that time, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good to actually beat them all. Especially given how I did it. Don't ask how. Don't ask me for lessons on anything you saw performed there. I am a professional. I don't know how I became one, but I am now. I have a license and everything. I promise it definitely exists and is being printed as we speak. This consumes a bar of silk, and I don't know what it's supposed to do. That's one of the things I hate about games like this, where there are things you can do that aren't explained. Like clashing. What the frick did I just see? I felt like at any moment he was just going to start spooging all over the place. I have to put an end to this. Ouch. Also, I was not aware I could throw down 2 spike traps. What else am I capable of? Don't mind if I do. Really? Ran right into it. Again. Worth it. I will always accept booty. That's one of the things that make the gauntlets feel hollow. I'm not even going to do it. Yeah. There's no real reward. I mean, sure, you get a tiny amount of beads. Well, if you're lucky, depending on what you're even fighting. Because if it isn't a pilgrim, you're not getting beads. So you might get at best, guaranteed, you get a tiny amount of shell shards. Typically,
when there's a gauntlet, at the very least, they give you... I've broken more walls today in my entire time at HIT. I ruined the joke. I was so close. It was going to be a good one. I promise. It was definitely going to be a better joke than most of the other ones I've ever done. I promise. And I flubbed it. I don't get to have nice things. What the actual frick? I didn't actually expect him to stop. Don't stop. I'm assuming that's bug for kill me. What the frick? Oh, it goes up too. Okay. Don't mind me, just healing midair where you can't touch. One day, we will have 500 shell shards again. One day. What do you mean there's a path here? Lying whore of a map? Oh, right. Everything was, revived. That's why. That's why this is annoying. Get something. Fat fingered. I still need to figure out what pressing the right analog stick in does. I need to find someone to test that on. Someone alone. Someone weak. Preferably taste. I don't know why I wanted to say tasteful. What the frick am I looking at here? A white lock bearing a surgical symbol.
come to you. I want the one at the top, the one I haven't touched yet. Spikes, got it. Be gone. Thought. Okay, so just head over here. I'm not above cheese.
Friend.
Get off of here. Spikes, got it. Okay. All right, that's it. That is a full episode. Now, I know we did frick, it feels like we did several different gauntlets, but we only did 2. And they were a handful all on their own. It wasn't until for that last one, I probably attempted it as many times as the very first one at the beginning of the episode. And just like that one, it didn't feel like I learned anything. See, the way games work with me, I go in, I fight, I fail, I learn. I go in, I fight, I last longer, fail, learn, so on and so forth. Until I finish the fight. And as you see, assuming you were watching, the very last fight, the one I win it in, with the one I win, the attempt I win, looks good, looks real good. But it's like I don't learn. It felt like with both gauntlets, it felt like I hit a point at which I just stopped learning and I was just throwing myself at the fight. Which isn't fun. So I guess maybe I reached a point where I knew all I needed to know and I was just being stupid and losing. And then at some point, just for no reason at all, presto. Everything clicked. I entered the zone and I won. On both counts, too.
the exact same thing. I don't like it. Nevertheless, that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back next week with 2 more episodes, starting on Thursday. So, if you are looking forward to figuring out where the frick... Good Lord. We have so much to see here, and we still aren't done with Underworks. We have to figure out how to get down here, which I'm assuming is connected to this. But we don't even have a bellway there, so we actually have to walk the entire way back through Underworks to that bench to then get to, I don't know what this area is typically called. It's a wide area just like this. I know there's a word for it. I can feel the word, but I can't see it in my head. So I have no idea what it is I'm reaching for. I don't know the first letter. I don't know how it shapes out. That sort of thing annoys me. I know there's a word for what this area is, and I just cannot remember it, but getting back there is going to be a chore and a half. I would love to find a bellway here, so I at least... It's going to be a slog getting back there. I should have... I don't know why. I just felt, maybe this time, we just go the way it's obviously telling us to go and see how things pan out. I know it never goes in my favor. I know if I don't explore everything, it's going to be inconvenient, but I did it anyway. And here I am lamenting my decision, even though I knew what the outcome would be. And so, with all that said, we will see you smell pretty nice next time.